Are you thinking about getting into property investments but don't know where to start? Today I will break down step by step how you can start a property portfolio. Now the first thing that you want to do when you look at acquiring property is to set your goals. What is it that you want to achieve? Determine your why. Why are you doing this? Where do you want this thing to take you? Do you want to make some extra cash? Do you want to create passive income? Do you want to create financial freedom? Maybe you want your property portfolio to one day replace your salary. Be very sure that you've determined your why exactly and that you have a strategy in place to get there. Now, there are many different strategies that you can follow to build your property portfolio. You can buy to let, you can buy, fix and flip. You could even use a BRRR strategy. That's a BRRR strategy, which is buy, renovate, rent, and refinance, which is a great strategy for building long-term wealth. Then you can start digging into what specific properties you want to invest in. Do you want to focus on a single-let vanilla rental property? Do you want to maybe do multi-lets? Do you want to do student accommodation, short-term rentals? There are many different strategies that you can follow to create wealth through property portfolio. The next step that you want to do is you want to speak to a bond originator and you want to find out what can you actually qualify for, and they will assist you in getting the best financing when you want to acquire property. But what they are going to do first is they are going to help you with a pre-approval. Now with a pre-approval, you know what you can qualify for and you know what you can purchase and how much financing you can get. You then want to make very sure that you get your structuring in place. And this is where we at Prosperity Enterprises comes in. You want to have your trust and companies in place so that you don't even buy one property in your own name, but that you buy the properties in a company with the shares held in a trust. Now, if you need assistance with that, Prosperity Enterprises can help you to register these entities and to administer these entities. After the structuring is in place, now you can start looking for the correct property, and once you've found it, an offer to purchase can be submitted. Now this is where your conveyancer becomes very important. As a property investor, I always advise my clients that you put a special condition in the offer to purchase that you want to use your own conveyancer, because what you can do then is you can actually ask your conveyancer to look at the offer to purchase for you, make sure the contract is right, and help you to fill it in and sign it before you submit it or send it back to the seller. And then the important step of financing takes place. This is where you would go to the bond originator. They would take the signed offer to purchase. Once the offer to purchase is signed by the purchaser and the seller, and the bond originators will then apply at all the banks for you for financing. You then look at the best quote that you can get, and once you've gotten the quote that suits you with the best terms, with the best interest rate, you can decide on a loan that you want to go with and with which bank you want to go with. Then the process can start. The transfer process will take place where the conveyancers will take care of the transfer. You'll have a transfer attorney, you'll have a bond registration attorney, and it will take you a good 6 to 12 weeks for that process to be done. Once the property is acquired, the next step is to get that property ready for rent. And this is where I get my maintenance company in to look at what renovations and what maintenance needs to be done. It's important that the property looks good, that it is ready for rental, and that a tenant would love, or tenants would love, to live in the property. And once the renovation and the maintenance has been done, then you can actually market the property for rental. Now it's very important that you have a good property management system in place. You can either do it yourself or you can use an agent. Make sure that the tenant vetting is done properly. So in other words, that you don't just put the first tenant that applies for the property into the property, but that you actually make sure they can afford it, that they earn enough, and that they've got a good credit score. Also look at their previous landlords if they treated them well. Once the tenant has been placed, it's important to keep the tenant happy. Make sure that you send the invoice on time, 5 days before the due date every single month. Make sure that your money is collected. Make sure that your bond payment is paid to the bank, your levies are paid to the body corporate if it's a sectional title property, and your rates and taxes are paid to the municipality. This is now where you can patiently wait for your property to appreciate in value, where you hopefully generate positive cash flow on the property. Now, positive cash flow is ideal. That is where your rental income is more than your bond payment, your levies, your rates and taxes, and your maintenance. That is the ideal place to be. But to do that, you need to have a very specific property investment strategy. A normal investment is not going to do that for you. You either have to look at a multi-let or student accommodation or short-term rentals or low-cost accommodation. Those are all different approaches or strategies that you can look at when you want to earn positive cash flow from day one. And those are the basic steps that you need to take to start your journey as a property investor. If you want guidance and if you want assistance with your structuring, please speak to us at Prosperity Enterprises. In the comment section will be a link where you can book a one-on-one consultation. We will guide you through the process of structuring and make sure you've got a solid strategy in place, and we will walk a journey with you to set up your entities for you and to also administer those entities for you. If you like this content and you would like to receive more of it, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you very much.